Welcome to the Mother Together podcast. This is Tiana.
This is Ariel, and we're two moms empowering other mamas not to settle in their motherhood, relationships, careers, and self-worth.
All right, so this week we're really excited because we have someone here with us from our new partnership with Belay, who is an amazing VA agency. You guys have heard us talk about different agencies a lot, and Meredyth is going to be talking about this more in detail. So I'll give her the floor here in a little bit, but let me introduce you to Meredyth McCauley. She's a Belay Solutions Contractor Services Coordinator, who is a former communications teacher, which is awesome, who is passionate about helping people utilize their varied skill sets. So very similar to what we do with the ladies that join our program. So once upon a time, she was a dean's assistant at a university in Alabama, and now she provides onboarding one-on-one coaching to Belay contractors. She's a dog mom to Standard Poodle, aka her personal assistant, Atticus. Meredyth enjoys traveling, cooking, and general adventuring in the great city of Atlanta with her husband, Miles. Her favorite thing about working with Belay is the work-life balance and the flexibility to spend more time with friends and family, which is awesome because that's one reason why we were so excited when Belay reached out to us, because that's exactly what we're all about. So I love hearing that.
Yes, we are all about the flexibility, and I'm so excited to get to share with you guys about all that Belay has to offer. So,
yes. So thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it.
So let's just go ahead and jump in. What kind of experience, qualities do you look for in VAs when you hire them? And do they need experience?
It's a really great question. So more than anything, we're really looking for VAs who are hungry, humble, and smart. That's kind of our catchphrase. So soft skills like emotional intelligence and awareness, conflict resolution, adaptability, and proactivity are really exactly what we need and want in a Belay virtual specialist. I know we always get lots of questions about hard skills as well. So, if you have a college degree, that is absolutely fantastic, but it's not required. So we prefer our contractors to have about 3 to 5 years of experience as an administrative assistant or executive assistant or some kind of comparable experience. That kind of background will really help you be even more prepared to serve a Belay client. But we want to ask you, do you have any experience with calendar and inbox management or a CRM or a task management system, or perhaps you have experience in project management? And if you're saying yes to all of those things, then you sound like just the virtual assistant for us here at Belay. We know that, there are so many transferable skills that are out there in everything from teaching and HR to marketing. You all know stay-at-home parenting. There's a lot of transferable skills there. So if you feel like you could be a good fit, please definitely check Belay out.
I love that, because that's exactly what we always tell women, because the first thing they say if they've never been a virtual assistant is, well, I have no virtual assistant experience. And it's like, yes, you absolutely do. Especially if you've worked at all in the working world, you have some sort of admin experience, because there's an admin part to every role for the most part out there. So usually the women that we're talking to have actually been admin assistants. So then it's even more so, yes, you do, you just have to do it from home. So I love that. Okay. Right. So you kind of answered this already in great detail, but can you talk more specifically about what you think makes a great VA?
Yeah, this is a tough one, because I think that there are so many things, but the first thing that kind of pops up in my mind, I think that the greatest and most successful Belay VAs I know are super self-aware. Not only are they incredibly knowledgeable and communicative, but they're really able to assess their own actions and work and make changes as necessary. I find that those contractors who continually ask for feedback from their clients early and often, they do really, really well. And also, as you all know, any virtual relationship needs lots and lots of communication. And so those VAs who can set up a clear and consistent communication plan with their clients are 9 times out of 10, 99.9% of the time, knocking it out of the park. They're doing a great job.
Absolutely.
I love that you said that. That was something when I first started is I constantly wanted to ask my clients, like at the end of each month, like, okay, like, is there anything I can improve on? And that wasn't just for like a reassurance or like validation. It was like, how can I like change to be a better assistant for you? So
I love that.
love that you did that. So can you tell us what someone would expect their day-to-day to look like while working with Belay?
Yeah, definitely. So, a day in the life of a Belay VA, it really depends on whatever schedule the client and the contractor agree upon. So all of our contracts here in our virtual assistant program are by hours per month. So let's just say you're serving a client at 65 hours a month. Now that's 3-ish hours a day. So we strongly encourage our contractors to time block. So let's just kind of play this out here. So you take the first hour and a half chunk of your time as your child naps or does schoolwork, so that you can check your client's email, maybe schedule some meetings, work on a project, update the project management system with your to-dos. And by that time, you are ready to spend the majority of your day with your little ones. So maybe you say, all right, I'm going to pop over to the store, run an errand. And, we ask our contractors to utilize something that we call the virtual nod, which is a 1 to 2 hour response to your client that just says, hey, client, I see that you sent this and I plan to get to it this afternoon or first thing in the morning. We're not expecting you to like drop everything in the middle of your grocery store run and be like, oh my gosh, I've got to go take care of it. So we want you to use that virtual nod. And then let's say you return home fresh from your Target run and you log on for your last hour and a half. So you pop back into that inbox, maybe clean some things up, respond to emails, perhaps work on a social media post or schedule some meetings. If you would want to work on the weekends or in the evenings, you absolutely can. However, that's not the Belay expectation, and nor is that the expectation of our Belay clients. We make that very, very clear that our contractors are contracted to work within traditional working hours, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, 8 to 4, whatever you work out with your client. So I'm a big fan of the schedule send. It's a lifesaver if you want to get a bit of work done while your little one sleeps or naps without alerting your client until those active working hours. So yeah, that's kind of what the day in the life of a Belay VA looks like.
Yes, I love the schedule send. It's a good way to set boundaries for sure, because some clients will take that as an opening, like, oh, they're emailing me at 8 p.m. So that means that I can also send something back.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what would you say is a benefit to working for an agency versus working independently as a VA?
Yeah, for sure. So, I feel that the biggest benefit is the support that we offer our contractors. Each engagement has a dedicated Belay team member who is there to support both the client and the contractor. They're there to offer coaching and encouragement. And not only do we have engagement support, but general contractor support is offered through my team, our contractor services team. So our team can pair you up with a peer-to-peer mentor. And we also have a very, very active Facebook community with over 1,100 contractors in it. If a contractor needs tool recommendations or other recommendations like, hey, my client is looking for a great restaurant in San Diego. Does anyone have any favorites? And so I mentioned that engagement specialist who is there. I want to tell you a little bit about our job board, which is really special. So something, again, I think that makes Belay especially different from those other agencies is that we have this internal job board with the opportunity for our contractors to apply to postings. So they have the chance to enter our placement process by listening to a client's discovery call, then do some research on the client prior to the interview with the engagement specialist. We call them client success consultants. And it isn't until after the CSC interview that the contractor actually kicks off with the Belay client and begins working with them directly. And I know I'm bragging on us a little bit here, but the last kind of big thing that I'm super proud of is that we also offer professional development webinars. We currently have a partnership with Freelance University, and they offer us quarterly topic specific webinars. And, unfortunately, as 1099 contractors, we can't offer our contractors benefits and things like that. But I have gotten very creative with a way to offer some perks. And so we just launched Amenity, which is a nationwide program that offers discounts to places like Costco and Kohl's, movie tickets, Disney, and more. So, we're continually trying to find ways to really enhance the contractor experience and help our contractors feel like we love them. So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the more that we learn about business, the more that we're learning, the culture that you create and the people that are essentially doing all the hard work for you. Obviously, that's your greatest asset. And I know, we've both worked for agencies before, not Belay, so
No.
different experiences, but we both worked with clients that we did not enjoy, and we knew that they were not a fit, but we didn't have a choice. We had to work with them because we were assigned them. So I love that you have that process. I didn't know that. So that's really, really cool.
Yeah, that's really neat. So what are some red flags someone should look for in looking for a VA agency?
Yeah. So, I think it's especially important to keep an eye out for those agencies that treat 1099 contractors as a commodity. The way they treat you in the interview and onboarding process is probably a really good indicator of what the company is offering. Our talent team takes great care to make sure that we are a fit for you as much as you are a fit for Belay. So, I think there's a lot of things to look out for, but I think that's probably the most important element anytime you look at a VA agency.
For sure. I love that. I mean, you kind of already answered this in a lot of different ways, but more specifically, how would you say Belay differs from other agencies out there?
Yeah, so I think that the big thing is that internal job board. Like I mentioned, our contractors have the opportunity to apply to job postings of pre-vetted client engagement. So by the time a posting has been on the job board, we've already made sure that that client is looking for a long-term relationship. Belay, our engagement model doesn't really support short-term kind of work or project-based work. We will never take a client, I shouldn't say never, but currently the model is that we do not take clients who are looking for cold calling and that kind of thing. So we do try to protect that. But I think that internal job board is especially unique.
Yeah, I absolutely love that.
Me too.
Okay, so it's funny, we were just talking about our kids being in the background, but I'd love for you to answer why this role as a virtual assistant, we talk about this a lot, but I'd love to hear from you why you think that this virtual assistant role works so well for moms and how Belay feels about mothers working as VAs.
Absolutely. We really celebrate moms here at Belay. I don't know if you guys knew this or not. You probably do, but did you know that our company is female led?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So Trisha actually started working at Belay as the very first virtual assistant.
I love that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I know. So she was looking for a place where she could utilize her already developed skills and be able to spend time with her daughters. And fast forward, here we are 10 years later with over 1,400 contractors. And, that's a lot of moms, aunts, grandmothers, and caretakers. So yeah, we are so celebratory of our moms here at Belay.
Oh my gosh, I just love that. I want to put that on a flag because so many moms just don't think that they have the ability to do that. And I mean, in their defense, the traditional corporate working world doesn't really support that for the most part.
Right.
So I love not only hearing you say like, oh yeah, we love having moms on our team, but that you celebrate them. That's such a cool way to put it. And the fact that everything that you've said supports that too. So I love that.
No, I had a call with a mama earlier and she was like, but do you think I can do this? I have a 10-month-old. I'm like, well, I have 3. She has 4. I'm like, we're all moms. So
we're so adaptable and kids are too. And I think that's what it's so cool to see our kids adapt to like our working life and then seeing something be normal to them versus, only like the traditional 9 to 5. I think that's so important. And having moms be able to like enjoy the challenge of a career if they want to from home, like while raising their kids is so special.
Yes.
All right. Well, we've had so much fun chatting with you, and I am so happy that we finally got to sit down and have this conversation. So I know that our listeners are probably like, okay, I want to learn more about Belay. So can you tell us how they can do that?
Yes, definitely. So we want you all to visit belaysolutions.com. That's B as in boy, ELAY. And you can learn all about who Belay is and what we offer. So please be sure to visit our jobs page and check out the virtual assistant role. I also would really encourage you to follow Belay on our social channels, Facebook and Instagram, or if you're super professional, LinkedIn. Our LinkedIn's pretty active too. Our CEO and COO, they both host a weekly podcast called One Next Step. And it comes out every Tuesday. It's 30 minutes and features special guests each week. And so, find One Next Step wherever you find this podcast. So do please check us out. We would love for you guys to get connected with Belay.
Thank you for tuning in and listening to the Mother Together podcast.
If you want to hang out with us in real life, join our Facebook group, Mother Together. Go to Facebook, search Mother Together in groups, click join, and make sure to answer those questions.
See you in the group.